He said, Irji'u ila abikum. Return to your father. Your return to your father is not like going from here to Summers. From Philistine, from Egypt, all the way to Philistine. And you're traveling, there are no roads or anything. And you're traveling either with camel or donkey or on foot. You know, it's several hundred miles across Sinai, going up and coming there. You know, it's probably several weeks of travel, 2-3 weeks. You know. Go back. Faqulu, and say, Ya Abana, O our father, inna ibnaka saraqa, wa ma shahidna illa bima alimna, wa ma kunna lil ghaybi hafidhin. Now look at the words they use. They say, go back to your father and say, O Ya Abana, O our father. Okay? Inna, indeed, abnaka, your son, Saraqa, stole. When they were bringing him to Egypt, we want to take our brother. Now, because there's an accusation of they're not counting him as your son. Okay, the choice means we have nothing to do with him. He stole. We are not his brothers. وَمَا شَهِدْنَا, and we don't testify إِلَّا بِمَا عَلِمْنَا, except what we know. This is what we know that he stole. وَمَا كُنَّا لِلْغَيْبِ حَافِظِينَ, and we could not guard against the unforeseen. We could not protect. We did not foresee that this was going to happen. In other words, it's not our fault that he stuck there and he did this. Now, what is the credibility of these 10 brothers in front of Yaqub alayhi salam? Zero. Zero. Because of what they did the first time. And again, they come back and do the same thing. Even though this time it wasn't their fault. But that's what happens when your credibility goes. There is a saying that it takes many good deeds to develop a good reputation, and it takes one thing to wipe it all out. Okay. And then they didn't stop there. Because they knew he wouldn't believe, they said, وَاسْأَلِ الْقَرْيَةَ الَّتِي كُنَّا فِيهَا. You can ask the city, the town there, where we are coming from, that this is what happened. Okay? وَالْعِيرَ الَّتِي أَقْبَلْنَا فِيهَا. Or you can ask the caravan in which we came. Did this not happen there? Did this not, because it was big news that King's Cup is stolen. There is a person and he's been taken in, and all these, because they were well known, because remember, every time they used to come in, we are strong and powerful and good looking, and Yaqub alayhi salam said go through different doors because he didn't want them to. So they had a reputation. Now the reputation, he says, so ask the people of the land where we were, or the caravan that we traveled with, وَإِنَّا لَصَادِقُونَ, and indeed we are telling the truth. Because normally we don't have to do that, but they're giving 3 proofs. Go to the city and see, ask the people of the caravan, and I'm telling you, we are telling the truth. قَالَ, Yaqub alayhi salam says, بَلْ سَوَّلَتْ لَكُمْ أَنفُسُكُمْ أَمْرًا. Exactly the same thing, same words. He said, when they came back with Yusuf alayhi salam and said, the wolf has eaten it, and that's it. Same exact thing is reproduced here. Bal sawwalat. He said, no. Sawwalat lakum anfusakum, your amra. That your evil souls, your souls, have tempted you to do something that is wrong. It means, again, there's a plot here. And what is my reaction? Sabrun Jameel. In other words, I have no proof, but I know you. My reaction to this is Sabrun Jameel. Now imagine an old man, two of his children disappear. Just imagine if you lost two children, what would be the state of your heart? For Sabrun Jameel. What is Sabrun Jameel? Beautiful patience. So patience, that is beautiful. But what is beautiful patience? Extreme level, but what practically, how does it?
No complaint at all.
No complaints.
Patience with beautiful akhlaq.
Patience with beautiful akhlaq. No complaints. No complaints to people. Why is this happening to me? I am the Nabi of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. I am among the best of people. I am the grandson of Ibrahim alayhi salam. Why is Allah doing this to me? No complaints to people. Okay. Can you feel sad? Are you allowed to feel sad? Is that violation of Sabrun Jameel? No. Are you allowed to cry? Is that violation of? No. Those are normal human emotions, but you don't complain. Complain with your tongue or complain with your hal. Like I'm tearing my clothes apart, like they do in drama, and beating what has happened, pulling the hair apart. Some of our cultures have different ways of showing grief, فَصَبْرٌ جَمِيلٌ عَسَى اللَّهُ أَن يَأْتِيَنِي بِهِمْ جَمِيعًا إِنَّهُ هُوَ الْعَلِيمُ الْحَكِيمُ. In this moment, he says, عَسَى اللَّهُ, that perhaps Allah أَن يَأْتِيَنِي بِهِمْ جَمِيعًا, Allah will return all of them to me. How many sons is he missing right now? Wrong. Three. Remember, the old one stayed behind also. He never came. So two young ones and the oldest. Three sons are missing. And in this situation, he says, Asallahu an ya'tiyani bihim jamia. That perhaps Allah will bring all of them back to me. Which also teaches us that when things are really bad, one was gone, two are gone, three are gone, people like Yaqub alayhi salam, people who are awliya Allah, people who really trust in Allah, they know. What do they know? That when things gets to a point where it seems it cannot get any worse, that is an indication that Allah's relief is going to come. Because Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala takes people to the extreme. When the people used to say in battle, when will Allah's help come? When everything, even their own prophets used to, as Surah Baqarah said, even their own prophets thought that this is extreme. Mata Nasrullah, where is the help of Allah? Where is the victory from Allah? Inna Nasrullahi qareeb. That's when all human effort is exhausted, that's where Allah's help comes in. And there is the wisdom behind it. One of the wisdom is, if all of that is not exhausted, somebody may say afterwards, I think they got disconnected, somebody may say afterwards, we could have done this and then it would have been okay. Now you have tried all that was at your disposal and it all did not work. Now there is no excuse reconnecting. So Yaqub alayhi salam sensed, being who he was, that things are getting like this. That means the end of this trial is going to be coming. And that's why he said that perhaps Allah will bring all of these children back to me. Innahu huwal alimul hakim. Allah knows. He's alim. He knows everything. What does he know? He knows the state of my heart. He knows what's happening to each one of my children. He knows what circumstances they are in. No internet here.
Let me try to connect.
You can do it on your phone, maybe.
Assalamu alaikum. Assalamu alaikum.
Innahu huwa al-alimul hakim. Allah knows everything and is al-hakim. He is all wise. So there is wisdom in all of what we are going through. And then he says, وَتَوَلَّى عَنْهُمْ وَقَالَ يَا أَسَفَ عَلَى يُوسُفَ وَابْيَضَّتْ عَيْنَاهُ مِنَ الْحُزْنِ وَهُوَ كَظِيمٌ. And after saying that Allah will bring them back to me perhaps, and He is the Alim and Hakim, فَتَوَلَّى عَنْهُمْ, He turned away from them. And he's sort of in disappointment, in disgust, he was unhappy with the boys. He turned away from them and he said, Ya asafa ala Yusuf. It's sort of a complaint that I long for Yusuf. What a tragedy. Even then he forgets the other two. He's still talking about Yusuf. My sorrow over Yusuf. Okay. 3 are missing. He says, my sorrow over Yusuf. وَبْيَضَّتْ عَيْنَاهُ. And he was crying. And he was crying. And he was crying, which is permissible. And as a result of that, his eyes turned blind. They became white. مِنَ الْحُزْنِ وَهُوَ كَظِيمٌ. From sorrow, which he was suppressing. It's normal to be sad, and it is noble to suppress that sadness. Qadim is the word used when you suppress your anger. Qadim al-ghayb, as Allah subhanahu your ghayb, you suppress your anger. Here you're suppressing your sorrow. So internally he was burning up from it, but he complained. Complained about what? He's not talking to anybody, not to people. To himself, he is sort of mumbling, my sorrow, how I miss Yusuf, whatever you say, my sorrow over Yusuf, over the grief. And he now turned blind from the grief. Now suppose we were in this situation when you have 3 tragedies, what would you say? Would you say, Ya asafa ala such and such thing, oh my sorrow? What do we say as Muslims when something like this happens? Inna lillahi wa inna ilayhi raji'un. Yaqub alayhi salam did not say that. So one of our scholars from the 2nd generation said that Inna lillahi wa inna ilayhi raji'un was only given to this ummah. This is also a gift to this ummah. And the proof, he said, was because if it had been given to the ummahs before, Yaqub alayhi salam would have said that instead of saying this. Did you get it, what the point was? Oh, your internet is gone, so I need a mushaf because this thing is not.
I'm sorry, I don't know. You can do this?
This is too small. Do you have a big one?
Yes, I do. Where's that?
So I'm going to repeat this because it was on pause. So they said, قالوا تالله تفتأ تذكر يوسف حتى تكون حردا أو تكون من الهالكين. Instead of supporting him and embracing him and reassuring him and begging forgiveness, they said, by Allah, I swear by Allah, you just keep on and on about Yusuf until you are just going to harm yourself, you're going to get sick over it and you'll kill yourself. So they show no empathy. Qala, Yaqub alayhi salam says, إنما أشكو بثي وحزني إلى الله وأعلم من الله ما لا تعلمون. He said, I only am complaining, my shakwa is to Allah. I'm not complaining, I don't need you guys. My complaint is not to anyone. I complain only to Allah. Bathi, huzni. There are similar words talking about sorrow and grief. So the commentators have said extreme sort of sorrow which is hard to manage. Bathi wa huzni ilallah. I only complain to Allah about my situation. Wa a'lamu min Allah. And I know from Allah what you do not know. Means he already knew that Yusuf alayhi salam is alive somewhere. Then something is going on. Then he tells them, Ya baniya idhabu wa tahassasu min Yusuf. O my children, go and inquire about Yusuf. Wa akhihi, and his brother. Wala tayasu min rawhillah. And don't become hopeless from the mercy of Allah. Even that now in that situation, old, feeble, blind, 3 children, he is reassuring his sons that go and look, and don't lose hope. Min rawhillah, from the help, merciful help of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, that Allah will give you. Innahu la yay'asu min rawhillah illa al-qawmul kafirin. Because the only one who loses hope in Allah's mercy is a kafir. Lesson for us is, no matter how difficult a situation is, we can never lose. A Muslim is never hopeless. Especially if things look the worst, like the world, Muslim world is going through great tragedy right now. And it seems like it can never get worse. It may get worse. But even if it gets worse, even if they, what they call ethnically cleanse Gaza, we don't lose hope. Why? Because we have Allah. We have Allah. Only a kafir would lose hope.